Hello, today I'm going to show you how to complete the specialties page of your application in the Provider Management module for Vermont Medicaid. You'll notice here at the top under Specialties, it lists the provider type that you have chosen in the general information page of your application. So the first thing I'm going to do in order to create a specialty is I'm going to hit the Create New button here on the right-hand side. This is going to open up another window in order for us to add our first specialty. You are able to add multiple specialties to a single provider type. However, you must select one of those specialties to be your primary. Your primary specialty is what is going to cross over into our claims processing software for billing purposes. So I'm going to select Make Primary here today, and then I'm going to select from the drop-down box under Specialty. You'll notice that your drop-down may look different than mine. I only have two to select from, and that's because it is mapped from the provider type that you've chosen. So whatever provider type you chose here, on the first page of your application, you're only going to be allowed to choose specialties that are allowed with that provider type. If you are not seeing your specialty listed here, you may want to go back and review the provider type that you've selected to make sure it's correct. If you find that it is not correct, you're going to need to abandon this application and start a brand new application. So I'm going to go ahead and select my specialty. And then I'm also going to need to add a taxonomy. And just like the specialty to the provider type relationship, taxonomy works the same way. So I'm going to choose from the drop-down list of taxonomies that are allowed with the specialty that I've chosen. Next, I'm going to need to choose my effective date. Now, the effective date is important here because you want to make sure that your effective date of your specialty covers the effective date that you requested for your overall enrollment. Again, on that first page of your application, you put in a requested effective date. So if your requested effective date is in the past, for instance, mine is 5/1/2023, I'm going to want to make sure that the specialty effective date goes back that far. If you choose an effective date of your specialty that doesn't align or go as far back as your requested enrollment specialty, you may run into claims processing issues further down the line. So just keep that in mind. Once you've filled out the necessary information, you're going to click Save. And now you'll notice that I have an entry here listed under Specialties, and you'll see that this one is my primary. You are able to add multiple specialties. You would simply repeat the process. The only difference with repeating is that you can only have one primary. So I'm not going to select Make Primary. If I selected Make Primary here and chose a different specialty, it would now make this one my primary and unselect the primary for the one I chose before. So again, I'm just going to repeat the process, select my next specialty, select the taxonomy that applies to that specialty, and put in the effective date. Once completed, I will hit Save. So now I have two specialties listed here with one as my primary. Just below the Specialties field, you're going to notice the Additional Taxonomies section. And what this is reporting any additional taxonomies that may be associated to a specialty that you have listed up top. I'm not able to duplicate a specialty at the top here, so I couldn't hit Create New, add another 054, and choose a different taxonomy. It will error out. It won't let you save it because you can't duplicate a specialty. But if I wanted to report another specialty in aligned with the, or another, I'm sorry, another taxonomy in aligned with this specialty, I'm simply going to hit Create New at the bottom, and it's going to bring up a new window for me to just simply add a taxonomy. So I'm just going to find the taxonomy. I can type in the window here. So if you wanted to start typing either a name or a taxonomy code itself, it will bring that up for you to be able to select, and then simply click Save. So now I've reported an additional taxonomy that may be associated to one of my specialties above. Once you've entered in all the necessary information for your specialties and taxonomies, you can click Save and Continue to continue on with your application.